Good morning everybody, welcome to another video. I'm at Mossman Gorge today, so it is a pretty stellar spot. I was about to use a naughty word, but it's a pretty stellar spot. It is absolutely beautiful here, super immersive. I love the treetop walk, so walking up where all the birds and the butterflies and all the good stuff is. Hopefully spot a Boyd's forest dragon today. That would be the ultimate goal really. But already there's been a couple of birds cruising around. Absolutely wicked spot. So yeah, this is an afternoon. I had a half day at work, so I'm going to come out here, go for a swim. Is going to be very needed today. The humidity has picked up in ridiculously in the last few days, so it's going to be very warm, and a swim is going to be absolutely epic. So I'm debating whether I go before to cool down, go for a walk, or after, but not that that matters too much for the video. So yeah, cheers for joining, and let's check out this beautiful place. Alrighty, so it is very warm here right now. It is extremely humid really. That's where a lot of the heat's coming from. It's just so wet and sticky. The sun's not too intense itself, but it's just locking in a whole heap of heat. It's like a wet oven. So pretty disgusting feeling, but it's making the walk, yeah, sort of more of an endurance thing. But I started recording because if you can hear those calls, it's catbirds going back and forth, these spotted catbirds. So hopefully I can get some footage of them. Hopefully you can hear them even. I reckon you should be able to. And there's just someone come to that tree I'll try and get some footage of. I've just taken off. So there's some stuff getting around, flitting around the place. Hearing calls, I'm seeing little birds flitting around. But it is incredibly difficult to get any solid footage, because obviously they just dart behind trees and that kind of stuff, and you're done. Or leaves even, they don't even have to go that far and hide, and your vision is obstructed. But we are getting closer to that catbird, so we'll see how we go with that. But hopefully from my face you can see I'm pretty wet and sweaty, and yeah, with the backpack on, my back is soaked. So yeah, nice sort of visual experience for you there. But otherwise, yeah, the water's going to be so good. And there's little eel or eeltail, catfish, some type of species of jungle perch, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be wicked to cool down, wicked to see those animals as well. But either way, even with this heat, it is a fantastic place to be. And the humidity really just sort of amplifies your experience, and it's going to make that water even better. I think I'm starting to repeat myself and ramble. Probably should have a bit of a drink. But yeah, it's just giving more to that tropical rainforest experience. Not a nice easy walk, it's really sort of a harder slog, but so worth it. And you can hear we're getting super close to that catbird now. Alrighty, so haven't seen much wildlife at all, and then just come across someone I don't want to see, which is a feral pig. So the group in front was all like excited and pointing him out to me because they thought that I was looking out for special wildlife, but yeah, obviously they didn't know that this is probably an invasive. Either way, they were excited to see an animal in Mossman Gorge, but this is not the type of animal you want to see. So he's snuffling around in the undergrowth there. He's going to be eating foods, killing animals, eroding, just, yeah, not a nice species, and really sort of not worried about people being around here, which is really disappointing as well. A bit disappointing. I'm already more than halfway through the circuit walk here at Mossman. It's a 2K walk. There's all like sealed stuff for if you've got walkers or wheelchairs, that kind of stuff. You can get you to the water, that kind of thing. And then there's this 2K yeah, rainforest circuit. So unfortunately, over halfway through, haven't seen too much. It is really warm, so that was expected. Other than birds cruising around, some little birds flitting around and that kind of stuff, like I already listed, I was really hoping for boids. There's still a bit of the walk to go, and I've probably walked past multiple, but they're just incredibly hard to spot. I've not had any luck so far. Been looking up and down every tree. I'll have to get some more information. I think I've already said in a previous video anyway, but I'm looking at a couple of meters off the ground, just above head height and that kind of thing, for any protrusions. I think it's pretty similar to frill necks. That's how I saw frillies. I went to a known frilly location, but otherwise I was able to find them, and they were about the same sort of height that I'm looking for the Boyd's forest dragons. But I'm going along a pretty frequented path, and so I don't assume that there's going to be any just sticking out along here. Might have to go to different places and that kind of stuff, although people have seen them here. So it could just be unlucky, could just be really warm and they're going up into the treetops or down into the ground, wherever it's cooler, I guess, because it is pretty warm, even for reptiles, I would think. And that's the reason why I haven't seen any birds, I reckon, as well, or very minimal bird activity, is because I've rocked up in the middle of the day. And yeah, no one's keen on the heat, really. Absolutely no one. But anyway, still a beautiful walk, still fantastic to see all of the vegetation and just be in the lush rainforest. It is probably still a lot cooler than it is out in the sun. But yeah, really looking forward to that swim now. So I'll finish up the walk, head out, and at least spot some aquatic wildlife for sure. just got out of the water. Well, I'm a little bit down the path now. The swim was absolutely incredible, so refreshing. Sun's starting to come out now. Earlier it was quite cloudy, and the humidity was peaking, but otherwise it's probably likely because I've just recently got out of the water about 10 minutes ago, but it doesn't feel as intense with the humidity. It feels like it might have broken a little bit. Now there's nice open sky. It's more of a, it's warm, but it's not as humid, which is fantastic. So the swim was incredible. It wasn't icy water or anything like that. It was so refreshing and nice. It was almost like, yeah, it was just like a nice cool temperature. It wasn't like feeling cold at all. I could have swum in there, almost neutral temperature, describe it as. But otherwise, incredible. There was what I believe was jungle perch, 100%. This type of catfish, eel-tail catfish maybe. And then there were some other guys closer towards where the water was flushing off of the rocks, and there was a lot of turbulence and current. There were some guys like sticking to rocks and that kind of thing, so I have to Google or find out who they are. But otherwise, oof, beautiful, beautiful swim and place. Like, the walk was getting good. It was getting very, very hot. And so by the end of it, I was pretty cooked almost. I was very hot and sweaty, but otherwise coming down and doing that swim, and now body temperature dropped, feeling nice and cool. Feeling that breeze come through. It's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, there was heaps of people swimming. It was a fantastic day for it, really. So warm and awesome wildlife with the aquatic fish. Of course they're aquatic fish, but the aquatic wildlife getting around, it was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, it turns out they were basically, unless I see a Boyd's forest dragon in this last little bit of the walk, they were the only guys, natives I saw. Obviously some of the birds, and then that feral pig, which was, yeah, a bit disappointing, but there you go. They're around. They're absolutely everywhere, all around Australia, I mean. So yeah, just about to head up to the bus now. The shuttle bus that comes every 15 minutes, which is pretty good. You got to pay $13 per adult to get in here. You can walk yourself in, but it is a pretty decent walk. And yeah, in this heat, I probably wouldn't recommend. So yeah, didn't get to see too much, but otherwise, come and see for yourself. Beautiful spot. I absolutely loved it. Mossman Gorge. It is yeah, a real gem, and so close to like Port Douglas and all that kind of stuff. It is a wicked, wicked place. So I have to come back a few more times, hopefully see a whole range of different species, and still chasing those boids, unfortunately, but there you go, something to keep chasing. So cheers for joining again, guys. I really appreciate anyone who's watching. Yeah, the likes, just the views, anything like that, it really does help. I really want to just put these videos out and have people appreciate them, but it really does help in my, yeah, more my journey of life, to have this become something that, yeah, people are enjoying and that kind of thing, for further down the track. Not getting huge into YouTube, but otherwise just getting, yeah, further in life, and having the support here really does help with yeah, plans I have like 10s, 15s years down the future. So yeah, cheers for being here. It was a bit of a weird way to end it, but otherwise that's what I'm thinking at the moment, so that's what you're hearing. But thank you very much for joining. Have a great one. Enjoy what you do what you love, all that kind of stuff, and until next time, guys, thanks heaps for watching. Appreciate it.